All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Sunday. Starting early because, well, here we go again, right? Here we go again. How's everybody doing today? This is the Crypto Sunday Roundup. We have Ethereum hitting a new all-time high. Yes, Ethereum has gone over the previous all-time high and went all the way up to 49.50, new all-time high for ETH. So we can take this line and we can move it up. It's about 49.53 or so for the new all-time high on Ethereum, but ETH isn't done yet. I'm not buying ETH yet at the top because ETH is not done yet. Bitcoin, I don't know what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin's just sitting down here, which of course means that we've got Bitcoin dominance, like Roop falling off the table, right? Look at that. So we're going to talk about Altseason and what makes an Altseason, how the cycle works here, and the power of the mighty magnet. If you were watching my video this morning, which I made when Dogecoin was down here below 23 cents, right? The pullback video, right? And there was a pullback, no doubt. I took the magnet that we had from over here and I pulled it over to right here. And if you've watched the video, I said, I got to pull my magnet over, right? I did. And look at that. Look at that, right up to the magnet. The magnet works. The magnet works. Are we having fun? Well, we have fun on the big green days. The red days, we're like cautious, right? And we're like buying on dips, accumulation, right? There's a few bears out there still that insist Dogecoin is going down to 19 cents or 16 cents. And I'm like, I don't know what to say. But what I continue to say is the charts don't look like that to me, right? That's what I tell Khan and the other bears out there, right? Chadwick, and I'm just like, nope. The charts do not look bearish. And so the pullback this morning was just that. It was just a pullback. We dipped below 23 cents again. And what did I talk about? The whole bullish market structure, right? And I did it again this morning, even though there was a pullback. I said, look, there's still an overall bullish market structure. And look what happened this afternoon. Let's go. Let's go, right? Let's go. We're not only going to cover Doge, Bitcoin, and ETH, which of course opposites. Look at that. Bitcoin down, ETH up. That's just amazing. Algorand, big run on Algorand. Solana, big run on Solana. Cardano touching 95 cents on Solana. We've got VeChain. I mean, this is one of the darlings of Altseason, right? Huge run in 2021. So VeChain is kind of an indicator to me for Altseason. And what else was I going to look at? Jasmy's just doing okay. Again, Bitcoin dominance down. ETH dominance just crossed 15%. ETH dominance over 15%. That's awesome. The last time ETH dominance was at 15% was like over a year ago. So a big move for ETH. But we're watching Doge and the magnet. For those just coming in, right? I put that magnet here in this morning's video, the pullback video, right? That now everybody's kind of laughing at, oh, Kriss says pullback and look at, but I called it. Even in the pullback video, I said it's a bullish market structure. So we can enjoy this move and we can have some fun. Bull bear spot was calls up this M2 money supply thing, and how Dogecoin was like trading right along. But then what happened, right? The M2 money supply chart takes off, but Dogecoin doesn't. Like I said, for those that were talking about M2 money supply correlating with crypto, I was like, it lines up until it doesn't, right? And if you look at previous cycles, it didn't really line up. So it happened to be, let's say, conveniently lining up for a bit. This means Dogecoin is behind. Dogecoin is behind. I'm going to buy ETH at 5,000. I'm going to buy ETH at 5,000. That's what I'm going to do at the top. We'll see how long that's a top. But that's what I'm going to buy ETH. I'm going to beat Ryan because Ryan is going to buy at $49.99. I'm going to beat him and buy at 5,000. But yes, so everyone who was using this M2 money supply as this like indicator of how crypto was going to go, Doge didn't follow it. But it means Doge has this huge gap here to fill when it does eventually run. So when is that going to be, right? When is this going to run? Well, Dogecoin does make incremental steps, right? And that's how Dogecoin trades. And we've been looking at it, right? Penny after penny after penny, right? And that's what Dogecoin does. Penny after penny after penny. We are looking on the daily chart of still an RSI that's under 60. So there's plenty of room for the RSI on Dogecoin. We were expecting a pullback to hit the line, right? This was the sloping support line, of which I have also on my chart here. Big sloping support line, right? So the big sloping support line continues. And I said, when we get to the end of August, that sloping support line is going to be around 22 cents. So that's going to be the risk, right? On a future pullback would be 22 cents around the end of the month. Not 16 cents, not 19 cents, right? 22 cents. And Jerome is looking at the same thing, right? A pullback to that line and then move higher, claim the next penny up, reverse back, pull back 1 penny at a time, and then move up to 28 cents. And that is going to be our resistance right there. That'll be our next resistance. So that is how Dogecoin will move. The structure looks bullish. That's what I said, right? That's what I said. Structure looks bullish. So especially with the recent double bottom, reversal pattern, like all of that, everything's looking good on the charts. So what about these seasons, right? Are we in alt season? Well, today is looking very alt season-ish, but it's still led by ETH. So it's been Bitcoin season for 2 years. Doge had a couple nice little runs, pulled back. Bitcoin, slow and steady, made an all-time high, made another all-time high, and it's been Bitcoin that has been leading the crypto market for the past 2.5 years. It's just been Bitcoin. This past month, it's been ETH. So that means Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, and we hear talks of the flippening, right? Is ETH's market cap going to catch Bitcoin's? They'll talk about it. It's not going to happen, but they'll talk about it. Then there's going to be a phase overlap. Money is going to start trickling into alt large caps where we see large buy-ups happening. And this is kind of happening at the same time. Like I said, we've got Algorand Let me go back into the chart here. We got Algorand, right? Zooming up. We've got Solana up. We've got Cardano moving up, right? So you start seeing these. Hedera moving up, like all of these, and VeChain as well. So you see all of these moving up. This is where the money flows to, right? Because the buyers want to catch the alts. Ethereum hit an all-time high. Who's buying ETH at the all-time high? Well, somebody is. Somebody thinks ETH is still going higher. So somebody's buying it. But if you catch a ride on an alt, right, especially the big alts, like I just said, that's the next phase, are the large cap alts. Ethereum still outperforming Bitcoin. Large caps go parabolic. That is phase 3. Large caps go parabolic. Now, that's looking pretty juicy, right? Even Cardano moving like that. That looks pretty good. Parabolic yet? Yeah, but it's getting there, right? It's getting there. I mean, it's moving up right now as we speak. I mean, Cardano. So that's looking very bullish. But then, regardless of the market cap, some alts with strong fundamentals have pumps, and then we have full-blown alt season. Large caps have gone vertical. We're seeing blow-off tops, mid caps, low caps, micro caps, memes, right? All of that, they're going to outperform both Bitcoin and ETH. It seems every coin is going parabolic regardless of the fundamentals. Memes are everywhere. Everyone is super excited. You feel the mania in the air. That's Altseason. Now, I wasn't predicting Altseason to hit until October. That's October, right? So I think we're kind of overlapping phases a bit here at the moment, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect and pretty. It doesn't. Doge is just going right by our magnet. I'm gonna have to move my magnet in a minute. I'm gonna have to move the magnet if this keeps pumping. This is a Sunday afternoon, guys, and we're seeing this. This is retail trading. These aren't institutions. This is retail buying that we're seeing right now on a Sunday afternoon. So welcome everybody again. For those that's just joined in, we're doing the crypto roundup today. We have ETH hitting a new all-time high at 49.53. Pretty exciting. Are we going to see it go higher during the live stream? We'll be watching that. Bitcoin looking tired. Bitcoin will go on another run again. Ben Cowan said, right? Remember what Ben Cowan said? Bitcoin dominance is going to go streaking up again, right? All of that. And I'm just like, yeah, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Ben Cowan is not always right. And he admits it too. But he had his theory and he's sticking with it. Okay. But we're enjoying some big movement of some alts. Bitcoin Census says, look, Dogecoin is building for the next wave. What is the target of that next wave and how high will Dogecoin go? That's what we're all here for, right? This is exactly what we're here for. Is this big blow off parabolic FOMO run, which is going to come. Dogecoin is looking primed for another move up. Again, this is a weekly chart, so it's going to come. So as I posted, right? Dogecoin is biding its time. Remember the market cycles. First Bitcoin, then ETH, then alts and memes. We are in the ETH cycle now. We are in the ETH cycle now. The Doge run will come. It's going to come. And look at that. Just blew right past, almost right through my magnet from this morning. For those that weren't here earlier, on my morning video, which I talked about the pullback, right? We had the pullback, right? Came back to 22.9. And that's when I was recording the video. Sunday wasn't looking good. It wasn't looking good, but I said, hey, just zoom out, look at the bullish structure. The overall bullish structure still looks good. And so I took the magnet that was sitting over here that we had on yesterday's live stream, and I pulled it over during the video this morning. You should watch that. You should see that from this morning's video. That was awesome. I just pulled it over, and here it was. And look, Dogecoin has just plowed right through the magnet. Look at that. Right through the magnet. Isn't that awesome? You can't make that up. So, yeah, again, 2021 kind of vibes today, right? We wouldn't expect this on a Sunday. Yesterday, we were talking about low volume, like nothing happening, just super low volume. During the live stream yesterday, there was nothing going on. Yeah, Doge was kind of going up and down a little bit, but then we had the big pullback, took out a bunch of leverage longs, right? And now what? Taken out the shorts. Yes, ETH has had over $40 million in shorts taken out in just the last hour. $40 million. Now, 1 million on Doge in just the last hour, 3 million in Solana in the last hour. So, taking out the shorts. Now, Bitcoin, no, Bitcoin's not. Bitcoin is taking out a long. Doge, we just had 3 Doge shorts just get taken out right there. So at 24.4, taking out Doge shorts, taking out ETH shorts, Fartcoin shorts, SWE shorts. We got shorts right and left getting taken out on this move. So yeah, Ramon, I'm going to have to move. I got to move the magnet, right? Got to move it up to 25 cents. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. There's the magnet. We have now officially moved the magnet up. Again, penny at a time, right? Yes, all eyes on Doge at 25 cents, Maramello. I know. Who's shorting ETH? Well, the gamblers, right? The gamblers. The gamblers see all-time high, right? And they say, well, it's going to bounce. It's going to retrace. So I'm going to short the hell out of it. Millions of dollars. I'm going to make easy money. And ETH is like, nope, nope, not so fast. ETH is going to go higher. $5,000. You know, I should put a magnet on this one too, for the fun of it. At 5,000, and I'm going to buy some ETH. I'm going to buy some ETH, like right up there. So we now have a magnet on the ETH chart. So we'll see how that goes. Bitcoin's just not doing much. Bitcoin's just chopping around, kind of down. Bitcoin's in the red actually for the day. And everything else is just booming. So, yeah. And now we have for the monthly, I mean, this monthly now with Dogecoin moving up like it is, it's now a 16% month for August. 16% for the month of August, following a 27% July. That is pretty bullish right there. And people are like down on Doge and they're like, oh, Doge sucks. And I'm just like, look at the numbers. You just have to zoom out a little bit. And we're just like, this is the numbers. Next weekend, I will be making my September price prediction video for Dogecoin. So that will be in 1 week. You got to wait 1 week, and I'll be talking about September. Right now, we're just enjoying the day Again, this is probably just going to move up and down, but at a higher, we're going to get higher highs, higher lows, but they're going to want to take out some leverage longs, and we'll check in on the heat maps and see what kind of new trading is going on, because that's going to be interesting to see whether we've got more new shorts or new longs happening with this move up. That'll be interesting to see. But the liquidations continue. Nero, BNB, Link, Solana, ETH, Atom, Mix. I don't even know what that is. Spell token. Shorts. Somebody's shorting Spell token. Fartcoin, the smelly one. Solana. So we got a bunch of shorts getting taken out. Bunch of shorts taken out. DC Bundles, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate the support. Making money, right? We're all making money together right now. God, just amazing how the market works right now. And I wasn't expecting this for August. So this is a pleasant surprise. Again, just a little higher. I thought we'd be like 22. And I said maybe 23. But here we are, 24. I'll take it. Let's go. Forks, thank you for the super chat. Will ETH still move up after memes take over? Nope. ETH will quiet down. ETH will go into the hands of the institutions, and we'll see what kind of buying the institutions do, while retailers are going to be unstaking their ETH and rotating it into the memes, the low caps, the true alt season. You get a rotation out of ETH is what you get. People will be booking their ETH profits, especially the ones from 4 years ago that have been sitting on ETH, right, since the last all-time high. And they're going to want to ride the rocket of a meme like Doge, because ETH isn't going to do what Doge is going to do. And we saw that in 2021. We're building for that now, in my opinion. Now, again, no guarantees, right? No guarantees. But just you put together the charts, the history, the market structure, and the news of what is coming. We've got, again, we've got these Dogecoin ETFs. We have ETFs for Litecoin, Solana, XRP, and Cardano also happening. This has got Altseason written all over it. We could even see the ETF holders selling their Bitcoin and ETH ETFs to buy into these altcoin ETFs when they hit. So that is all coming. I'm bullish on October. Big time. Big time. So yeah. Hello, good afternoon. How are you? The zoomed out yearly, monthly look good. Absolutely. Ramon, nice buy, right? 2 days ago, you bought perfect. Making money, right? Bitcoin, ETH all-time highs. Doge is way away now, but that is the potential that Doge has. Matt, I've been talking about why this is for months, right? Why Doge is lagging in terms of its previous all-time highs, and what its all-time high in 2021 actually should have been, but it got overhyped and went much higher than it probably should have. So yeah, that's what's going on. But look, the bull cycle isn't over yet. The bull cycle's not over yet. We are early. Ramon, you think Doge will break all-time highs? We'll be here together when that happens, that's for sure. When will it have resistance? That's 26. We just looked at that. I got to go zoom out a little to the hourly chart right here. Is that it? Yeah. Yeah, we'll have a touch right there at about 25.5 and then up to 27 cents. But this is looking good. The magnets are working, right? We got that magnet pulling us up out of the depths. And then this magnet, we moved, right? First it worked to here and now higher. The magnets. The magnets. So we're watching that. So at some point, I need to roll over to Doge. If you want to take some profits on ETH at some point in time and ride the Doge train, again, whatever your investing time horizon is, you got to look at that, especially if you've held ETH for a long time, then you are risking long-term capital gains taxes for short-term capital gains taxes, which are much higher. So some may say just keep the ETH and keep riding the ETH train because your profits are only taxed, half as much, let's say. But if you sell the ETH and you buy Doge and you're only going to hold Doge for 3 or 4 months, then any Doge profits you get are going to be taxed as a short-term capital gains, which is much higher. So just be aware of that. That was you, Campo, 4-year wait on ETH FOMO. There you go. That's you. You bought ETH at 3,000, been holding for 4 years. The time to dump it is coming soon. It will feel glorious. There's a lot of those kinds of posts being made on X. A lot of people that bought ETH, even higher than 35, 40, 4,000. And now ETH is back. So we are watching ETH, and we're going to see ETH. If ETH can get over 49.53, which is now the all-time high. So this is now the ETH all-time high that it hit earlier today at 49.53. And we're going to see whether ETH can continue up higher right now. While we're watching all these other alts with big green candles going up. People going to start FOMOing into Doge. Yep, that's going to happen. Lolavac, how are you? Thanks for the super chat. I'm in the process of purchasing the DG Home 1. Thanks for the promo code. Can't wait to start mining Dogecoin. Me too. Can't wait. I can't wait. I hope you have good, cheap electricity where you are. Mine isn't so cheap, but I'm looking forward to just mining Dogecoin. Like I've been saying for a long time. It's like finally going to get into it. Oh, Team Pups, how are you? You and your she bags. How are your she bags doing today, pups? Oh. Dogecoin. If I had the audio file for All Eyes on Doge, I'd be blasting it. Well, we're going to wait till 25 cents. You can always scroll back to the very beginning of the live stream and hear it again. Because I start all my live streams. All Eyes on Doge. Yeah, Crazy Bear. I would change that September to October. So it's the October-November timeframe to start taking profits. I am not selling before the Dogecoin ETFs. And if it's truly going to be right up to this October 17th date for the Dogecoin ETFs, Grayscale, Bitwise, 21 shares, October 17th, right there. I'm not selling before then. I want to see what happens. It's worth the risk to see what happens. After that, then we'll be talking about different strategies for taking profits. But until then, I'm not selling my Doge. I'm waiting for that. That could be huge. We're having a little profit taking right now happening. Little red candle there. And that's typical, you know, swing traders, right? Typical swing traders, right? You get a big run like that, all these green candles. Somebody's going to swing trade this. ZY Crypto said whale tsunami. If there were really 2 billion Doge that were bought, Maramello, Dogecoin would be a lot higher. See, this is the problem, right? They're looking at data that can't tell the difference between an actual purchase or a transfer. And most of those big Dogecoin transfers, or what they think is buying, right, on the blockchain, those are mostly transfers. And when those transfers happen, they call it whales buying, and it's not. It's not. So, look like we're taking out some leverage longs right now. This will be interesting. Let's see what the let's see what's going on the heat map here, because I think we have a pullback to take out new leverage longs. That's happening right now. So let's look at ETH first. So ETH, we had all of these shorts, right? These are all new shorts that just got taken out again, one after another after another. Now ETH hasn't gone down to take out the longs yet. So ETH isn't there, but there's $52 million right there at 48.96. So that's got a target on it. I should probably zoom into the 12-hour, right? Just let's get really close. Here we go. Here we go. And then, here's Doge. Yeah, Doge just pulled back and took out $3 million at 23.9. Right there. Right there. So you see, these are all brand new long leverage trades. And we don't know if it's a 2x, 5x, 10x. We don't know what the leverage is on these, but you can guess by the dollar amounts, 4 million, 4 million, that those are big. And so there's a target. We could pull back to 23.5 and take these out. And here we go. That's exactly what's happening. The market makers are saying, okay, you had your fun. Took out the shorts. Now we're going to get those longs. Right down to 23.5. All of those are going to get liquidated. Liquidated. Let me open up the live, because I don't have my pinger on. So we have all of this green. These are long leverage trades getting taken out. If we just look at the 100K ones, Bitcoin, ETH, Doge. There's one on Doge, $235,000 Doge. Long leverage trade gone. God, that was just a bunch of them. There's another on Doge, 256,000. That's a lot of money. And we hit 23.54 on the dip right there. So those traders, brand new traders, are getting wiped out on this dip. Look at that. This is why you don't leverage trade, guys. You got it? You got it? This is why you don't leverage trade. Right here. Look at this. Taking out all of that They're taking out all of that leverage right there. It's all getting taken out. That's why you don't leverage trade. Yep, T, you're absolutely right. I think we're getting pumps and pullbacks until the fall, not buying the euphoria. There you go. Exactly. If ETH touches 5,000, $1.5 billion in shorts will get liquidated. Well, not happening right now. Have a little patience. Exactly. Exactly. Christian, did you cash out on ETH? Look at the ETH. Look at the dump on ETH. Did you take profits at 49? Wow, look at that. The whole day's big run up to a new all-time high just got wiped out. Wow. Look at that. No, these are marked. There's no news here, Sean. This isn't news. These are the exchanges saying we are going to take out all of those leverage trades. That's what that is. The bears will come rolling in now, Billy. Now there's a big red candle. Now we're going to get the bears coming in saying, see, I told you. Wow. Bitcoin. Oh, look at the Bitcoin dump. Look at that. 111. Look like it hit 110, 700. Wow. Whoa. How are they allowed to do that, Zach? They don't need anybody's permission. They just do it. Coordinated attack. They do it. Look at that. That is all flushing out leverage. Solana went all the way down to 201, lower than it was this morning. Algorand did not go as low as this morning. Look at that. Algorand's staying up. Cardano did not go as low. But Solana, ETH, just the same as it was this morning. Coming back up, though. And Doge dropped to 22.9. If anybody was looking to buy on the dip, 22. Look at that, Ramon. Do you see the wick on that? Do you see the wick on that? Right back to 22.9. And then right back up. Wow. Wow. Flush the paper hands. Exactly, Papa. DB, you can't go away. Not allowed. You got to take care of your bathroom breaks before the live stream starts. Before the live stream starts. Holy moly, look at that red candle, huh? Holy moly, MB, right? It'll bounce back. This is a Sunday. This is wild. Wild on a Sunday. ETH is already back up over 4,800. I mean, I've got like the notifications list right now. Up, down. Woo. Crazy. Are we crashing? No. It's not crash. Should you buy? Yes, you buy on the dips. Bilbo, how are you? So this was retail buying, bringing the price up, and then it's market makers dumping. Coordinated short attack, I would imagine, to take out all of that leverage long trades. All these leverage long trades just got taken out. Watch this. I'm going to refresh the heat map and you will see. And it's like, yeah, no wonder. Even on Bitcoin, just took out all that leverage. And there's Doges. Just dumped to take out all that leverage. Crazy. In the last hour now, yeah, Bitcoin, $200 million in longs just got taken out. Wow. And now look, now they're taking out new shorts. So on those big red candles, guess what happened? You get these gamblers now putting in new shorts and they're getting wiped out. Wow. Is 4,000 Doge a good buy? At what price? Did you buy on the dip? That's all I say. The amount of Doge is up to you. Totally rigged. Hey, Charlotte. Totally rigged, yes. Every time we get a pump, I sell a little bit of everything and buy more Doge. There you go. We'll have a green Monday, Marcus. You caught the dip on NEAR and ETH. 7x longs. Grow, you are a gambler. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Goose, I think I'm going to go back to my Sunday. Wow. Wait, how did Kriss know I went to the bathroom? They call that a John Wick. Wow. Look at that. That's crazy on ETH to go down that much in like a minute. That was like 1 minute of time. 2 minutes. Dump 4.5% on something as big as ETH. Totally coordinated. And it's a bounce. Exactly. The week ahead, I mean, again, it's still a good bullish structure on the whole chart. So bullish structure. Right. We'll turn her back around after the flushing. Exactly, Blue Horse. Good morning to you. I didn't, the pinger was like not going. It's on, but I'm not hearing it. It should be going off because we did have some really big liquidations. $1.2 million on ETH, 2.6 million on Solana, and another 4.5 million on Bitcoin. One trade, $4.5 million leverage long, got liquidated. Look at that, $12 million. A $12 million leveraged long trade on Bitcoin. On OKX. I would never do a leverage trade on OKX because that Bitcoin liquidation price was 109. Look at that, 109. Bitcoin didn't hit 109 on the dip. It got like to 110.7. That, my friends, is manipulation right there. Total manipulation to get that $12 million leveraged long. Wow. So is Bitcoin going to come back down to the 111s now? Are the market makers going to dump it even lower? You were in a job interview and CoinGlass went ding, ding, ding. Yeah. The license to steal. Isn't that right, Sean? I mean, there it is right there. We just saw it. Bitcoin didn't hit 109, but yet somebody lost $12.5 million. Totally manipulated. Sunday fun day, David. Yes, greed. Greed is good. Taking back Sunday. You heard the pinger during my video this morning? I know, right? I did too. I was just like, I was just finishing up the video and the pinger went off and it's like, I can't go look at that. Pax Cat is behind all this. He's in a bad mood. I'm going to dump the market. Oh. If it wasn't for these videos, I would have sold already. You got to be able to withstand the ups and downs of crypto. That's for sure. The ups and downs. Ramon posted on the YouTube community. Oh, my friend VP just went live too. Of course he did. Of course he did. Newest. Ramon. Limit sells. So you had a bunch of sell orders, right? And they hit. Are you swing trading, dude? Expecting September a blood month? No, it's not a blood month. It's just not the best performing month, but it's not a blood month. You think we're done for now? I'm not so sure. I mean, Bitcoin's still looking pretty iffy. ETH still a red candle. You just bought some Solana and Doge on the dip? That's what you do. When you see the big red candles, you buy, right? People have been listening to me. You buy. Your ADA long survived? Yeah, ADA did not drop below 90 cents. ADA did not drop below 90 cents. So you're saved for now. Yeah, everything's going down right now. Who are these guys that are leveraging with $12 million? Exactly, right? They're just bored rich people, I guess, that they want to gamble. World Liberty Finance? I don't know, Ali. I mean, it's so all the insiders and the Trump family and all of their hangers-on, like getting into that early. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Hey, Adam. How's it going? SpaceX test flight tonight. That will be cool. $250 million in the past 30 minutes. Yeah, we've been watching this. We can refresh here. We can see in the past 1 hour, $300 million. 300 in the past 1 hour. Crazy. If you can't afford to lose, you can't afford to win. Wrecking shop on the trades. Good luck, Ramon. It will recover. You are the heat map. Of course, Ramon's coming to the Doge party. He's paying for half of it now. He's paying for half. He's making money. Any big announcements coming up? I haven't really looked at the week ahead. CDC waiting for that $95,000 Bitcoin. It's going to close that CME gap, isn't it? It's going to close that CME gap. It has to close it. And nobody's talking about it. They're just talking about the last CME gap that it had to close at like 105 or 110, whatever that price was. But they don't mention the one at 95 that didn't close until Bitcoin's price gets down there. And then they're all going to say, oh, it had to close the CME. It doesn't. And Bitcoin's price most likely is not going down there. But right now, we got red candles going on. Bitcoin did not have that run over the past few hours, like we saw with Dogecoin, and ETH and a lot of alts. But man, is there selling going on? A lot of selling going on. So Ramon, all of your sales were up here above 24 cents, I'm guessing. It's now going to be in Dubai. No, Dubai is the $2 party. Duchess, you posted a pic on the community. Don't panic. Be patient. Might go to Dubai in December. No, he's not in Dubai. There are others in Dubai. But he said he was going to buy a condo or something in Dubai. But his house with the lanai is somewhere else. Someone thinks they spotted it in California somewhere. But hey, if he wants to host in Dubai, I'll go to Dubai. I bought the top yesterday. Bought the dip today. Just keep stacking. Do you close the trade? That's up to you. Mr. T, on your way home from DC, listening to the live stream. Awesome. Yeah, dipping more right now. Crazy, huh? Where did the magnet go? I know, we moved it up. We hit the magnet, we rolled right through it. Wow. Wasn't expecting that either today. Woo. They're done with Bitcoin now. Big order still at 4,300 ETH. It only got down to 4,740 on ETH. The reality checkpoint, exactly. You can go to Dubai direct. You can't come to Boston direct? What do you mean? There should be a direct flight to Boston. Just right over the pond. That should be easy. Am I irritating you, CDC? I'm sorry. Didn't mean to irritate you on a Sunday. How low do we go? How low do we go? I think Dogecoin's going to retest 2290, 2295, right in there. That's what it looks like it wants to do. Right back to 2295. I know, Kriss. That's what I say too. CME gaps do not always have to get filled. There are plenty that haven't filled. But then when they do, you get all these idiots on X saying, "Oop, had to fill the CME gap." No. It has nothing to do with CME gaps. It has everything to do with leverage trades. The market makers are going to take them out. And we just had $300 million of leverage trades just get taken out the past hour. Buy Bitcoin. This is the time to buy. 112.2. Somebody thinks we're going lower. According to CoinMarketCap, we are definitely in altcoin season, but according to Kriss, again, we are not. We're not in alt season yet. We haven't had the whole change of money flow yet. I covered this earlier in the stream. CoinMarketCap can say whatever they want, but they're wrong. You're going to build an addition under the Boston house to sit in on live streams? Sure, why not? If only there was room. And there's no room. You could finish the basement. You could live down there. It's only partially finished. There's lots of room. Am I still holding Bonk and Pengu? Yes, I am, for the fall. Why the drop? Leverage. Can we talk about why we're dipping? Sure. It's all these new leverage long trades that showed up. Hundreds of millions of dollars across crypto world. Just on Dogecoin alone, there was probably $2 or $3 million right there. And that red candles wiped them out. Pax cat provides way more affection than my cat. What happened exactly? That was it. Market makers dumped it. There's no news. Nothing happened. These diamond hands don't break under pressure. There you go, Sellers. It was fun when everything went up. We were having fun there. Weren't we having fun? Well, not Bitcoin, because Bitcoin didn't go up. But Doge did. We were having fun just half an hour ago. Enjoying life. Boom. Yeah, Pax Cat and the frozen shrimps. The magnet battery died. The magnet's going to have to wait. Yeah, somebody asked about Edge the other day. I haven't looked into it around town. ETH was leading the pack. Bitcoin was barely moving. Exactly. Leverage longs getting liquidated. Nothing to see here. Exactly, Devil. Alan, you think we're heading lower? It looks like we might just kind of be bottoming out right here. In the lower 23s for Doge. Right around 4,800 for ETH. We'll see. If all the volume just like totally dies, maybe we'll just start consolidating at this level. Must go up tomorrow or we'll have a CME gap to the upside. That has to close. No direct flight, Manchester to Boston. You got to do something about that. You got a couple months. You got to do something about that. But there's a direct flight from Manchester to Dubai? Wow. Thank you, Duchess. Hurry up. Sell everything. Oh. The Boston party might be canceled. My DoorDash Uber Eats coupon expired for the pizza. Oh, that's good. Buy the green onion dip. It's the second time you've used that one now, Stickman. I saw your comment. Austin, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for being so consistent with your videos, always tuning in from Juneau, Alaska. I watch your videos every morning before work, genuinely grateful. Awesome. Appreciate it, Austin. Thank you. Thank you. So glad you're spending your lunchtime on a Sunday today. But I was not expecting quite this big of a pullback so fast. The pinger, there we go. Pinger's working again. Do we want, I don't want that kind of pinger though. ETH, $212,000. Wow. That's nasty. Look at that. Look at those wicks. The first wick, the second wick, and here we go again. That's nasty on ETH. Those big long wicks. I don't know if you guys can see the wicks on the screen there, but man, this one here goes all the way down to 47.42. That's the first wick. And then there's another wick that goes just about as low. And then we've got the, look at that. That's crazy manipulation there. The predecessor to the God candle up. The leverage traders. I know, Marcus, right? They're a curse. Toroidal's waiting for Bitcoin to hit 111.8. It hit it. It hit it on the wick. Went right through 111.8. Went all the way down to 110.8. Right there. Big wick on Bitcoin. You were checking the heat maps last night, Nazi? So many longs. I know, right? Do I still have Doge? Yes, I do. I'm not selling my Doge before October 17th. No way. The bear flag forming? No, it has nothing to do with a flag. There's no flags here. It's just the market makers. People had too much dip on their chip. David thinks we're maintaining 23 cents. We'll see. If the volume just ticks down here, we may even out. You looked at the depth charts. ETH had a huge wall. A lot of profit taking. How did Link do today? Link made it to 26.60. Huge wick all the way down to $25. Wow. And again, you zoom out and it's nothing. That's the 4-hour chart on Link. It's like nothing happened. Look at that. It's like nothing even happened. ETH on the 4-hour chart ends up being a big wick up to the new all-time high and then back down. And Dogecoins is a big wick also on the 4-hour chart. All the way up to 24.5 and all the way back down. Big wick. Too good to be true on a Sunday. I know, Z-Man, right? The link to the Doge liquidation map tool, Crazy Bear, it's just coinglass.com. You just go to coinglass.com. And then you just use the pull down here that says liquidation. And look at that. You get the first link on liquidation is this page. And then you go down to liquidation heat map and you'll see this page. Okay? Try that out. Do I hold only Dogecoin? No. No, Kaimuk. I've got some ETH. I've got some Bonk. I've got some Crow. I've got some... Don't have many more Trump tokens. Got rid of those. I've got some VThor tokens still. And some pump.fun tokens. And Bitcoin. Wow, that's just, you talk about a pullback now. Stack up your Robinhood buying power. We're probably going to see this exact same pullback when Doge hits an all-time high. Yeah. The Russell 2000, it's the weekend perspective. It's the weekend. What do you want me to look at? It should be near all-time high, right? Russell. That's the iShares ETF. Russell 2000. Yeah. 2361. Actually, it was higher. November 2024, it was higher. A big dip, March and April, and then all the way back up for the Russell 2000. And I just kept buying into it in my 401k plan. Just kept buying. Wow, 23. Doge, look at that. It did wick below. 22.9. We just had a lower wick on Doge to 22.9, guys. What an evil day today, huh? What an evil day. The market manipulation is so frustrating. Exactly, right? Abe loves the movement. If you were looking to buy, I know, what just happened, right, Prajwal? What just happened? We were enjoying this nice big run. ETH went down to 47.20. Solana dipped to 201. Financial advice. It's time to massively panic, sell everything, spend all the money on canned food, bottled water, toilet paper. Oh, you're welcome. You'll fly to London or stop in Dublin. They can do the immigration checks there. Huh. Interesting. Yep, you're just going to have to stop somewhere, Charlotte. I would have thought there would have been a direct to Boston. Maybe the demand will come this fall. Like everyone's going to want to come to Boston for the Dogecoin dollar party. And then there'll be a flight. Look at the 14th of August dump. The 14th of August dump. Yeah. So he's talking about this one right here. So we've gone over 25 and then dumped 24, 23, 22. This is nothing. What's happening now compared to that? Absolutely nothing compared to that. Now, if we go all the way down to 22 again, then it's starting to get close. I mean, if Dogecoin goes all the way down to 22 cents again, like it did on the 14th, but no, we're just going back to where we were earlier today. That's all this is so far. It's right back to where we were this morning when I made the pullback video. And I was getting shit about the pullback video when the price was going up. And now it's like, yeah, look at the pullback. Now everybody's watching that pullback video and they're wondering, what? Wait, what happened? What happened here? How did Kriss know there was going to be a pullback this morning? 22.97. Who's waiting to buy on the dip? The hunter wicks, exactly, Ramon. These are big wicks. They're big wicks, especially on ETH. Huge wicks. Are leverage traders a curse? They give us opportunity to buy the dips, that's for sure. On Friday, I said I'll give you a workout routine on Sunday. I ended up not working out today. I ended up mowing the lawn and doing yard work and had a dead tree in the back that I needed to cut up, stuff like that. That's what I did. We still have September coming. I know. We can go low, fear, all of that. It's going to be a long September. The positive, it did tick 24.5. Bad it did. That seems so long ago now, doesn't it? But yeah, you go to the 4 hour and it's like, it's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Again, if it goes down to 22 cents, now we got something to talk about. But right now, we'll be back up Monday. Hey, Faithfulness, good to see you. James says this is bullish. Right, flushes out all of that long leverage, all the new long leverage, flushes it out, and then we go back up. The summer of chop, right? Bruce, I've been saying that, right? Well, we had a Sunday chop today, like big chop suey. Big chop suey for Sunday. Hey, Mars, how are you? I'm skipping you. Why am I skipping you, Pump a Lot? I don't see everybody. There's a lot of comments today. A lot going on in the chat. I don't see them all. Preference goes to the members. Again, preference goes to the members. on really busy days like today. So if you want to make sure your comments are being seen by me, you want to go to my YouTube main channel, and right underneath my picture, there's a thing called Our Members, and you can hit the join button and you can join the channel. So check that out. Preferential treatment in the chat if your name is in green. Exactly like I said, October 17th. Nobody else is saying that but me. So it's not like everybody is saying wait till October 17th. It's just, for me, I look at this and I'm like, I'm not selling Dogecoin before that date. I'm not selling. And I'm not doing any swing trading. Now, other people are fine. Good luck with that, but I'm not. That would have been a nice swing, wouldn't it, Ramon, right? It's getting wickety out there. Exactly. No, that's only when Pups is here, CBDC. That's only when Pups is here. We sell to buy sheep. It's a slide. Oh. Why did it go so badly, Pullman? It's just leverage. I know, Mac Truth. People get tired of me saying buy the dips, but I mean, God, look at the opportunity you just had. Another buy opportunity, exactly. A happy day to a sad day, and now coming back up. Do you trust the green candle? I've seen this happen before. Always happens before the big pumps. Flushing out. Exactly. The exchanges don't want those long leverage trades to win. They can't get them all, but they'll get as many as they can. Because the exchanges don't want to lose millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. They don't want to lose that. Sunday afternoon, totally flushed out. And what'll happen? You start seeing the green candles come back and they'll just buy in again. Long leverage. The bloodbath. Yeah, but the green's coming back. There will be direct flights to Boston on 20th of October. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There'll be so much demand for a direct flight from Manchester, direct to Boston on that day. Everybody's going to want to come. This is the type of manipulation that scares many retail away. Liquidity hunting. And again, it's crypto. It's just the way crypto trades. The longer you've been in crypto, this stuff doesn't bother you. But for a lot of new traders, they get freaked out of this kind of thing. But yeah, when you zoom out, it's not a dump. It looks like it on when you're zoomed in, but I always zoom in. You can just see the price action during the live stream. But I don't trade on this kind of stuff. I always zoom out and you're like, yeah, that's just nothing. Just another day. Alter holding. Yo. Obsi. I want to buy Doge. It always dips further after I buy. I'm going to give it a little while longer, see what happens. All right, we'll see. Grow says, leverage traders create the volume and volatility that makes crypto fun. Without it, you'd have a lot less price action. That is true. That's true. And the best we can do is just retail buyers Just be ready when the big dips happen to buy more. That's the best we can do. Chop suey. Chop suey. Please come to Boston. Yep. Everybody's going to want to be here in October. I'll buy $100. You guys will be green in no time. Thank you, MB, for contributing to the green candle. Ramon is all in again. Successful swing trade. As long as you're not doing on Robinhood, it's about a 5% up and down. So that was a 5% scalp. Not now. Wait. Not Ramon already bought. It's done. You added more Doge at 21 cents. Ain't nothing wrong with dropping a 30x short. Makes trading fun. Good luck. You feel special. Becoming a member, not just to be seen, but also to support the channel. Thank you. Appreciate that. Starting to bounce back. We are. The chat is rigged. Thank you, Campo. Ramon bought back in, and we are green again. This is all Ramon's doing. He's manipulating the market. What happened September 16th? Just another day. Slingshot move for what's coming? Maybe. You get all that leverage flushed out and away you go. Yeah, I just don't do leverage trading, Ruben. I don't do it. Don't feed the ego. It's big enough. But thanks. We know how you are. Lucas, how are you? I'm doing great. Pretty wild day. Up 5%, down 5%. Now we're going back up. A big pump is coming. Ricky Ricardo says, stack something. ETH. I like how you put ETH in there. That's pretty good. The ETH in there. That's pretty good. How did Pepe fare today? Looks like you've got a Pepe in your profile. Frog. The same thing. Is that a 5% move? Yep. 5% up, 5% down. For the frog. Salute to the green candle. Yes, everybody salute. Let's do it. Let's go. Coming right back up. I just outsmarted Apple. Renewed my gifted membership through the phone, winning. All right, Forks. October 19th is your birthday. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a glorious birthday for you. I can tell already. Thank you, Lucas. Like and subscribe, everyone. When I'm here, nothing to fear. Just another day in crypto. Yeah, Marcus, I don't know what happened to yours. Again, this happened to someone else a few months ago, and it had something to do with their email. That they weren't logging in from the same email into YouTube. So check that and make sure that you are accessing YouTube with the same YouTube channel email that your this account is tied to. From your iPhone, Google YouTube, sign into your account. Do not open the YouTube app. Right. You'll have the desktop version of YouTube on your phone. Yeah, the YouTube app won't have it. Ramon, buy more, please. A pump and dump? Sure was. And now we're starting to pump again. Charlotte got liquidated by the crypto gods on her birthday. See, you should have October 20th as your birthday. You can change it, you know. So if you're getting ready for dinner, Ramon, that means you're not in California. Ah! Today is a typical Sunday. Sometimes Sundays are kind of boring. We've had some of those. Just bought another 5K on that dip, Jay. All right. 23.2 turned out. Wish you could have hit the 22.9. That it wasn't there very long. That was a quick wick and back up. You wouldn't have got that on Robinhood. It wouldn't have hit. 22.9 would not have hit on Robinhood. It would have had to go down to like 22.7 to get your 22.9 order to hit on Robinhood. Patricia, the only reason you have Doge was opening a Robinhood account to get a $25 referral bonus. 5 years ago. Bought a bunch of Doge, been holding ever since. That worked out pretty well, didn't it? Worked out pretty well. Got your green cowboy hat on. Well, today's the crypto roundup. And there's more going on than I thought today. Oh, Perculum, thanks for the super chat. Was thinking of putting in a stop limit order behind the price as it pumps in hopes of trailing behind so I can keep adjusting until we reach the tippity top. I don't use any stop limits because I don't want my Doge sold. So, and I don't trade with leverage. Because that would suck, right? The price goes down. Stop limit hits, sells your Doge position, and then it moves higher. And then you don't have the Doge. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Hey! What's going on, Con? Always bearish. No, it's not. It's still a bullish setup. As I said in this morning's video, even though it was a pullback, it's still a bullish setup, not bearish. But welcome. How you doing? $14. After listening to you for months talk about Ledger, I finally got one. And after moving the majority of my crypto into it, I feel so much better and more in control. Awesome. So for anyone interested in not panic selling your crypto, get a ledger like this one right here. I have a link in the description below if you want to check out hardware crypto wallets. The ledger is what I recommend. Of course, don't get the ledger recover. You don't want to pay a monthly fee for them to have access to your keys. You don't want that. No, you don't want that. You got your keys. You take care of it. But your crypto is safe on a ledger. Smash the like button. Thank you. Hey, Sunshine. The notification didn't work. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't send them out. I don't know why. Sometimes I go live, notifications go out, and sometimes they don't. Today it didn't. I don't know why. How much Doge do I need? Well, Pool Man, it's going to be a different amount for everybody. But as much as you're willing to risk on this crypto journey, especially for the fall, it's coming. Ramon is probably tricking us all with fake clues. I think he might have slipped on that one. Charlotte, I think he slipped on that one. He didn't realize that we'd be watching and like putting pieces together. If he's getting ready for dinner, he's not in California. Sundays are better than Saturdays, Anthony. Yesterday was really boring. Am I buying memes on the Dogecoin chain? No. Maybe holders will get airdrops. I don't care. I don't do the airdrop thing. I'm not buying memes on the Dogecoin chain. Not interested. I will enjoy people using Dogecoin as the gas to buy their precious memes. Awesome. It'll help the price of Dogecoin. That's what I'm looking for. Exactly, Christo. Charting means nothing in crypto. All these TA guys right out there with their fib lines and their reverse head and shoulders and cups and handles and all, none of that means beans. Doesn't mean anything. It's this. This is what happens. Manipulation. Exactly. Bruce, think it's going to dip lower? It's thinking about it. Be nice to Ramon. It is BS, exactly. That's Robinhood, though. That's just how Robinhood is. I do not use limit orders on Robinhood. I use a market order at the time I feel it's the lowest or highest because I want to buy at that time. And the limit orders won't hit until it goes much, much lower. So for $112,000 Bitcoin, it probably, well, I don't know, this wick went pretty far down. If you had it set to buy at 112 and it went down to 111, even hit 110.8, that should have hit on that kind of wick. But when there's high volume, the Robinhood spread gets even bigger. So yeah. Feels like something's brewing up, music. I don't go to the casinos. I don't play the lotto. I watch sports and trade. And then you lay some pipe. There you go. There are many who believe that sports is just a distraction that government wants you to get involved with. They want you to not think about what they're doing in government, right? All the laws they're breaking, right? To make themselves rich and doing all their power games. They want you to spend your time watching sports. There are some who believe that, conspiracy theory guys, right? They're like, yeah, sports. We love sports. Distracts everyone. Well, Con, I hate to say you're wrong, but yeah, you're wrong. It's not going to 16 cents. The volatility does make for good live streams. Absolutely, MB. We were having fun when the live stream started. We were having a lot of fun. And then, boom. If you have conviction, you won't use stop limits. That's true too. It was a liquidity grab. Absolutely. When you sell, it always goes up. It's some people, yeah. Sunglasses. Ramon is somewhere sunny near dinner time. Might be Florida. Florida has lead eyes. Maybe it's Florida. Think gonna get a ledger, Maramello? I love mine. Safety, security. Yeah, somebody said that Bitcoin will have a CME gap to the upside. Oh, it's got to be filled, so Bitcoin's going up, right? If 23 fails, we're going back to 22. RO. If 23 fails, we're going back to 22. A double dip. Bitcoin's going to go beyond that 110 drop. Well, Ben Cowan says it's going to hit that bull market support band, which is right now at like 105. And he says that has to be hit before the last big run. The bull market support band, whatever that thing's called. That's what Ben Cowan said. And right now it's at like 105, according to his chart. That was my guess. He never really zooms in that close, so it's hard to tell. That's what it looked like. I don't know. It looks like we're just going to bounce around at this level now, which is lower than where we were this morning on Bitcoin. It's the same level we were this morning on Doge. So Bitcoin was the loser on that deal. ETH a little bit higher than it was this morning. So yeah. You use Coinbase Advanced? Coinbase Advanced. Highly recommend it. Last week when we showed it on the screen, Charlotte was like, what? What's that? Coinbase Advanced. Yep. And we know you like casinos too. Yep. Next Sunday, September, Dogecoin price prediction. And right where Dogecoin is now is right about what I said for August. I said 21, 22, maybe just over 23. And that's right where it is. Robinhood fixed their spread on a few of the top coins. I've never seen that. B-crawl. I've never seen that. I'll look at it tonight, but I don't think that's true. That's how they make money, by that spread. If they sold everything or bought things or allowed you to buy at market price, they would make no money. They don't have a fee on trades. So they need that spread to make money. Are you out of the game, Galvin? Sold up here? See you in 4 years. All right. See you, buddy. You watch sports and the government music. Yeah. The market makers won today. They made a lot of money. Yeah. BTC goes to the bull market support band. That's what Ben said, but I'm just like, it's just another line on a chart. The exchanges would like to thank the leverage traders for their generous donations. Exactly. All those new leverage trades that got wiped out. And they took out all these shorts on the way up. They got all the shorts, and then they dumped and took out all the new leverage longs. A lot of people lost money today. Right? They don't have a fee. Right? They have a spread, though. You pay the spread, but they don't have a fee. Like Coinbase has a fee. You get the price, whatever the market price is, but then you pay a fee on top of that. It's about the same. It ends up being about the same. In higher volatility, Robinhood is not where you want to trade because that spread gets bigger in high volatility times. But on Coinbase, you'll get the price. I successfully bought a little at the top and sold a little at the bottom. I did not buy at the top yet because I think ETH is still going to go higher. I'm looking to buy at 5,000. I want to buy at 5,000. That's why I put the magnet up there to buy at 5,000. Just for the fun of it. Looks like the top for most of the coins. Well, the top for now. Again, you pick one, right? Like Cardano. But then you zoom out on the 4-hour chart and you're like, this was nothing. That's not a top. Cardano was just over $1 on the 13th. So just about 2 weeks ago, it was up over $1. Today, it only hit 96. So when you're zoomed in, it looks like a top, but you zoom out, it's like, nope, just another day in crypto. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. But see, if you play it smart, though, you can at least get that next level up financially with crypto. Crypto allows you to do that. Get out of debt, buy some crypto on the dips, especially in the bear market. Don't buy at the tops. Don't FOMO in on the green candles. That's dumb. And you can take that next step financially in your life. That can happen. Look at Doges now on the 4-hour. It's just wicks. They're just wicks. The smart get richer. The fools pay the price. You fools! You fools! Leverage trading within a cent on a volatile crypto like Doge, bad decision. The exchanges will wipe you out over and over. And we saw that, didn't we, today? Thinking of selling half my Doge at previous all-time high. I like the idea of half, right? So it's not all or nothing. Are we going to get to 73 cents? That's the big question. Is that still going to happen this cycle? So we will be following along. The market doesn't care whether you're rich or poor. Right? So be smart about it. People leveraging ETH were the ones getting wrecked today. Yeah, there were some big, there were big Bitcoin There were a bunch of big Bitcoin longs that were there for a long period of time. That's true. But ETHs are bigger today. The run to $1 is inevitable. I wouldn't be so sure. That's going to be hard. I'm just being real. That's going to be hard. Another long rinse coming in, Peter. Maybe. We can refresh the heat map. Boy, look at that. There was a leverage long that hit, new leverage long after the wick, and then the second wick came down and took that out. Cruel. Very cruel. Look at the shorts up here, though. 115.6, 115.8. Huge short positions on Bitcoin. But that's wild. That second wick took out all of that leverage. Cruel. The market makers don't care. They're just going to take you out. So look at that. Not even any new shorts on Doge. Look at that. No new shorts on Doge as the price went down. Not one. They think Doge is going up. They're not short in Doge. Look at that. In the last hour, there have been no new shorts on Dogecoin. Interesting. The market's too overheated at the moment. A lot of the Bitcoin long leverage liquidated today. Looks like it had been open for weeks. I don't know how it works. I don't leverage trade. I don't know whether it's locked in, when you can pull the trades. I don't know how it works. I've never done it, and I never will. I'm not interested in that. If you know your crypto or stock, you'll take the initial out with profit, pop a stop loss past your entry, and then free roll. Works for some people, doesn't for others. Yeah, I don't play that game. Buy in the dips, hold, wait for the big rips, take your profits. That's what I'm doing. That is what I'm doing. So we started talking about like the M2 money supply, like all of these people were all hung up on like Dogecoin's going to follow the M2 money supply, and it didn't. So again, just saying, charts don't matter. The M2 money supply really doesn't matter. It was fun while it mirrored it, but it hasn't followed it. And I knew that was going to happen because we were in the summer, and there was no way in the summer Dogecoin was going to go up to 70 cents. It just wasn't going to happen. So that proved that. However, we still have the bullish structure overall on the charts for Dogecoin. And very similar to my chart, this guy has like the same, sloping support line. Yeah, Dogecoin coming down, hitting it again, coming up to 26 cents, coming back to 25, and then up to 28, 29. That would be the logical move in through like half of September. I don't know if Doge is going to be that bullish for September. Again, I'll do my video next week or next weekend will be my Dogecoin September price prediction video. I don't know if I'm going to be that bullish because of this stuff that happens, right? Thank you, Sunshine. Appreciate it. Has Elon given up on Doge? He's not talking about it. We don't know. Bitcoin census is still like this fall, though. This fall, this would be the play on Doge, would be a much bigger pump. He's thinking 70 cents. So that'll be exciting. We'll see whether that happens. We'll be here. So make sure you're subscribed. You got your notifications on. Even though YouTube doesn't always put out notifications, you should still turn them on. And you should have them on both your phone and your computer. You know, just for good luck. Just for good luck. Every Doge has its day. Did it diverge from Bitcoin? Yes. Bitcoin did not spike today. Bitcoin went flat sideways and then dipped. That's what Bitcoin did today. Flat sideways and then dipped. Dogecoin went on a big run and then dipped. If you could ask Elon one question, what would it be? One question for Elon. What would it be? What would I ask Elon Musk? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he puts everything out there that he thinks. It's not like he's holding a bunch of secrets. I don't know. I guess the question I would ask him is this. I was called the Doge father before you were back in 2021. So can you give me a Tesla for that? Right. I want a Tesla. Elon, give me a Tesla. Oh. Looks like Doge went up before Bitcoin. That's right. Same thing happened in 2021. Exactly. I remember it. I remember we were watching it. Bitcoin had gone to 64,000, was going down, and Dogecoin totally took off. Completely divergent from Bitcoin. Why is Elon in love with Annie? Especially if he wants to make more babies. Annie's not going to give him a baby. I would ask Elon, if I volunteer to help with the population, will he cover my child support payments? There's a good question. I imagine there's a lot of women who would be who'd be like, yeah. And maybe that's the deal, right? Yeah, I don't know about Tesla's history. Does it really matter? I don't think that's something that really matters. I mean, he's already answered the question, I think, about the history of Tesla. Because we all know he did not invent Tesla. provoking him by simply calling yourself the real Doge father would be enough for him to get medieval on Dogecoin. Maybe. Maybe. No, I want Elon to give me a Tesla. Really. I want him to give me a Tesla. Because he went on Saturday Night Live and called himself the Doge father. And I was like, wait a sec. I was the Doge father before him. He stole my title. I should get a Tesla for that. Exactly. That's the way it worked. And I didn't even give myself that name. Somebody else did. It wasn't like I made it up and started calling myself that. People started calling me that. And I was like, that's pretty cool. The Doge father. And then Elon came and took it. And I said back then, I should get a Tesla for that. Next week, anything report coming? I haven't even looked at next week yet, Nosmal. I haven't looked at it. I got all wrapped up in like this pump here. Yeah, he only talks about Doge now when he's specifically asked about it. We saw that last year in the, when he was on the campaign trail for Trump and he was doing Q&As and somebody would ask him a specific Dogecoin question, he would answer it. And the same thing happened at his Tesla Gigafactory opening in Berlin. Somebody asked him a specific question about Doge and he answered it. But he's just not going to go talk about it. Wow, Zenith, that would be so cruel, wouldn't it? That would be so cruel. But too bad that she's just like him, though. So the two of them deserve each other. Because in the end, she's just like him. That's my take on it. Why is the market tweaking? Yeah, we've been talking about it for the last hour and a half. Manipulation. What's going on, Anissa? Yeah, just look at the liquidation chart and you'll see. Got all the shorts going up and then dumped it to take out all the new longs. Total manipulation. That's it. Nothing else. No big news. No, it's a Sunday. It's just like take it to the Jerry show. I offered to give Elon a baby and it said no. What said no? Did Grok say no? I'm not Annie enough. I don't know, Charlotte. I don't know. Did you make it public enough for Elon there? Oh, Alejandro, I just answered the question. And we've been talking about it for the last hour and a half. I just answered it. Let's go to the heat maps and look at the heat maps. Took out all the shorts going up, retail buying, FOMO kicking in, and then the market makers dumped it, taking out all the longs. Boom. Kaboom. Drop the hammer. Take them out. And now the market's not so bullish. It's just kind of sitting there now. I haven't seen an update on the money transmitter licenses. I don't know. Chop-azilla. Elon and all of his descendants. I know, Nick, right? It's like, God. Who's the next? Manipulation. Yes, Anissa. And tonight they may go for more lower. It's a Sunday night. As we go into Sunday night, weakness in the market. Drop it lower into the 22s. Bitcoin back into the 111s. And ETH, which did hit a new all-time high up here, now pulling back. Again, this is all short time. We're still the summer of chop. It's still August. We got a ways to go. This bull cycle is not over. KrissPax says this bull cycle is not over. I sound bitter when I talk about Annie. It was just a waste of my time. It made for some good entertainment, though, didn't it? It was some good entertainment. But then when Elon was posting Annie in underwear, like, photos, I was just like, oh, that's just so bad. So bad. Will Doge go harder in percentage than Solana? I think so. I think so. Look, Solana's at $200. Solana doubles, it goes to $400, right? Solana doubles, it goes to $400. Never been there. The highest it's been is $295. So that would be huge. Dogecoin doubles from 23 cents, it goes to 46 cents. That's just where it was in December. And not even its all-time high. So yeah, I think Dogecoin will outperform Solana. What's my take on XRP? You talk about manipulation. Oh my God. Can you make money on XRP? Yeah. I mean, it's $3 now. So buying it at $3, you might be lucky to double at $6. All those stupid XRP army people saying $100 XRP. Ridiculous. Not going to happen. So yeah, you can make some money on it, but you're going to make more money on Doge. And XRP is all Ripple being in bed with the banks and the governments and supporting CBDCs and all of that. It's like, that's not crypto. That is not crypto. Right, exactly. What Nick says, it's not an ethical crypto. It can make you money, but it's not an ethical crypto. Exactly. XRP. Eesh, right? Eesh. Your friend bought it 30 cents? I bought it 58 cents. I still hold it. I'll sell it this fall and I'll be done with it and we'll never buy it again. Yeah, I made money on XRP. It wasn't my plan. Somebody made me buy it. Somebody made me buy XRP. So I'm making money as XRP goes up. Not right now, though. Now we got weakness in the market. Short term, short time frame. After this beautiful run we had earlier today. You bought into 50 cents too? Sell all of it next run up? Me too. ETH could have its highest weekly candle close ever. That's what it's about today. Well, it's got 3 hours to hang on for ETH. 3 hours to hang on. What was its biggest weekly close? The biggest weekly close was this green candle right there, November 2021, and it's about 46.30. So 46.30 was the biggest weekly close. So we're at 47.60 now. So 46.30, it has to stay above. All right. We'll see. My magnet on ETH is at 5,000. I'll buy only when it hits 5,000, nothing lower. I will not buy ETH any lower than $5,000. No, I already have a bunch of ETH that I bought at like 1,600 or something. So I'm doing good on that ETH. This is just for fun. Just for fun. The Doge weekly is kind of turning red now. Not fun. XRP is already 4x. I know. People think it's going to $100. Even $10 would be a 3x, a little more from here. I don't even think it's going there. The promotion on the mining machine is another week and a half, Ely. It goes to like September 5th or so. And he's talking about the ElphaPex DG1 home miner. I have a link below for anyone interested in additional $200 off the already on sale price of $1,100. You get $200 off that, so you're buying it for $900 for the ElphaPex ASIC miner, where you can mine Litecoin, Dogecoin, and Bells, and a few others as well. In a mining pool, you'll be able to merge mine and get a bunch of different ones. I don't know if those others are worth anything or not, but yeah, it's another week and a half on this deal. And yes, it does ship from Hong Kong. Somebody asked that the other day. Your friend too made you buy XRP. I know, who would buy it themselves? You got to get talked into it. Annie and her love games. I can't cope anymore. Yeah, I couldn't cope before even the latest stuff. I was already out on Annie. Out. I gave her one more try and it was just like so annoying. It's like, no. What do I think about Pengu? I think it's the best meme coin you can buy right now. Okay, so I would say, Eastside, it's the best meme token you can buy. The best meme coin is Dogecoin. All right, so just want to get that clear. The best meme coin is Dogecoin, but the best meme token is probably Pengu. And I think a lot of it is because of its worldwide acceptance, particularly in Asia. They love the penguin. They love the penguin. So 3.4, it went up to 3.6 today. Still just, higher highs, higher lows from where we were last week. So that's good. Just get the pinger go off. Looks like ETH is going back up, taking out some new shorts. ETH is taking out some new shorts. Not really. It was a wick and back up. That was quick. Those are brand new shorts going now. It's not even a green candle. God, traders are dumb. Sorry. Traders are just dumb. Yep. Next Fed meeting, middle of September. Will they cut or won't they cut? You saw my 2025 price prediction video. As time goes by, what's a price range you're most likely will hit? It's the same. If nothing happens and it just follows Bitcoin, 35, 40 cents, as high as we go. If it just follows Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin most likely isn't going to hit 200K. If it does, awesome. If it's 200K, then Doge is maybe back to 48 cents or something. But that was it. No, right before the election, Nick, Doge was already up to like 14, 15 cents. The 5 cents wasn't seen since 2023. The summer of 2024, the lowest it got was about 9.8 cents. But it was already up to like 14, 15 cents going into the election. The most updated money transmitter licenses, 42 states. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I mean, when Linda Yaccarino was still there, she was saying that we're going to start X money anyway, regardless of, still not having all money transmitter licenses. So I don't know what's going to happen there. They're not really saying. They're not saying. You don't think XRP will even hit $5? Maybe. CBDCs are banned in the USA. Yep. But that doesn't stop Ripple from helping out other countries with their CBDCs. The EU is going to do it. Brad Garlinghouse will be happy to help them. He doesn't care. X money. Right. Doge is the best meme coin. What are the chances to create a proof of work coin like Doge nowadays? That's a good question. You don't see new coins coming out. Was the newest one like Caspa? There's some other smaller ones I see that, the mining channel's talking about. But I don't remember their names and I don't know what they do. But they weren't memeable, so they're not like Doge. Doge is still above its moving averages. Yeah, well, Steven, you know what I say about that, right? Moving averages are just lines on a chart from where it traded before. It can go right below them, doesn't matter. Because the price doesn't know those moving averages are there. What do I think about the new token? World Liberty Finance. Yeah, somebody asked me that earlier. Again, it's the Trump thing, insiders, like all that stuff. I'm not touching it. Not touching it. What's my view on Dogecoin's local max in August? It may have already hit it. Ramon thinks it's going to 31 cents. But I'm like, I think that was it right there. 25.5. Right there. So that's probably the high for August right there, 25.5. But we still have a week to go, so we'll see. But I think we may have already hit it. And for those thinking today was a pullback, no, this was a pullback. Went from 25.5 all the way down to 22. That was a pullback. 15%. Boom. Today was up 5, down 5. That was 15%. 3 times as bad. Yeah, green candle. Look at that. You pay Doge in a restaurant? Cool. Using Doge. Crypto's watching paint dry. Today wasn't. Today was pretty volatile. You get Doge, Litecoin, Bells. I don't know what these EAC, Dingo, some Pepe thing, JKC, Lucky Coin. Are any of those worth anything, Nashville? I don't think so. But you get free ones, right? I mean, it comes with the mining. Peak could be 50 cents and it could be 5 cents. Knelt. Who knows? Who knows? $1.50 PB for Doge. You tell me. Is Elon going to use Doge for Tesla cars, for robo-taxis, or on X as part of X payments, X money? Then maybe. But if that doesn't happen, there's no way Doge is going to $1.50. Forks loading up a pic in the YouTube community. Cool. For those interested in that, you go into the YouTube app on your phone and you go to the KrissPax community page. You find it on my KrissPax channel, and there's a little button there that says Visit Community. You click on that button, and then you can see the YouTube community where you can post pictures and do all sorts of things. Hodl. Hodl. Hanging out on a sunny day. That's the bullish billionaire. That's the newest I see, Forks. Sometimes I don't see them, and I don't know why. Da, da, da. Come on, Doge. Doge power. Today was total liquidation manipulation. Exactly. Hi, JCH. How are you? You're welcome. I didn't make you buy, though. I inspired you. I like that. Speculation will drive it up. Yeah, $1.50 though. That's a lot of speculation. Always a gamble. It's crypto, right? We did rebound. We rebounded back where we were. We rebounded back where we were before the pump. So this is where we are. This is what we are. We're not a 24-cent Dogecoin right now. We're a 23-cent Dogecoin. That's what it is. ETH went on a big run, hit a new all-time high, and then dumped. That's it. All right, gang. That's what we got for a Sunday. Hey, thanks everyone for tuning in. Kind of a wild ride. Bit of a wild ride today. But thanks for supporting the channel always. Tomorrow, start of a new week. So we'll see what happens tonight, dump or pump, or Monday morning, dump or pump. we'll be watching for that. I hope everyone has a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.